I don't know when it started to really bother me. Maybe the first time was just a joke. Maybe the second time was too. But by the 10th, the 20th, the 100th, it felt less like teasing and more like a knife carving at my confidence. Am I pretty? I had asked Liam once, curling up next to him on the couch. He glanced at me with a smirk. Yeah, pretty round. I had laughed then, forced awkward, because I wanted to believe he didn't mean it, but then it kept coming. Don't roll away. You're blocking the sun. Careful, babe, you might break the chair. At first, I told myself I was overreacting. He wasn't calling me ugly. He wasn't yelling at me. It was just jokes, right? But over time, those jokes stuck to my skin, weighing me down like invisible chains. Tonight, as I stood in front of the mirror, my fingers tracing the outline of my stomach, I wondered when I started believing him. Liam never complimented me. Not once. No, you look nice. No, you smell good. No lingering looks when I got dressed up. But I still held on to the hope that maybe one day he would. So I tried harder. I bought a new dress, something that hugged my waist, hoping he'd notice. How do I look? I asked, spinning around, my heart racing. Liam looked up from his phone. You should have gone for black slimming, you know. Something cracked inside me. I smiled, pretending it didn't hurt, pretending I didn't feel like a fool. You let him talk to you like that? Riley, my best friend, gaped at me over her drink. I shrugged, stirring the ice in mine. It's just his humor. It's not funny, she snapped. You deserve someone who actually thinks you're beautiful. Beautiful. That word felt foreign, like it didn't belong to me. I sipped my drink, letting Riley's words settle in my chest. The comments didn't stop. If anything, they got worse. One night, as we lay in bed, I turned to him, swallowing my pride. Do you even find me attractive? Liam chuckled. You're cute, babe. Like a big teddy bear. That was it. That was my answer. I turned away from him, staring at the ceiling, feeling something inside me shift. I started looking at myself differently. Not through Liam's eyes, but my own. I remembered Riley's words. Remembered how she had looked at me, not with pity, but frustration, like she couldn't believe I didn't see what she did. So, I stared at my reflection, at my curves, at my body that had carried me through everything. Maybe I wasn't pretty round. Maybe I was just pretty. I started going out more, without Liam. I went to the gym, not to shrink myself, but to feel strong. I wore clothes that made me feel good, not just ones that hid my body. And the more I did, the more I realized something. I was happier without his voice in my head. One evening I came home feeling good, confident. Liam took one look at me and snorted. Damn, babe, you're really committing to this whole self-love thing, huh? Just don't get too confident. Some guys might not be into all that. Something inside me snapped. I set my bag down, my voice eerily calm. You don't love me, do you? Liam blinked. What? Of course I do. No, I shook my head. You love having someone to put down so you can feel better. Silence. And for the first time he had nothing to say. Leaving wasn't easy, but staying felt impossible. So I packed my things, told him I deserved better. And when he laughed, asking who else would want me, I just smiled. Someone who sees me as beautiful. And I walked out the door. It took time. Healing always does. But little by little I rebuilt myself. I surrounded myself with people who lifted me up. I started seeing myself the way I should have all along. Not pretty round, just pretty. Months later, I sat across from someone new, someone kind, someone who looked at me like I was the most beautiful thing in the world. "You're stunning," he said, tucking a strand of hair behind my ear. And for the first time, I didn't flinch. I didn't doubt it. Because I knew it was true.